Hey, and welcome back. Today we're going to change the oil on a 2021 Mercury 115 ProXS. I decided to make this video because there's a lot of people who are scared to do their own work or maintenance, and really there's not much to be afraid of, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to tow the boat to the mechanic yard, have it there for a week or two, especially in the spring when these guys are busy. Do it yourself and you'll save a lot of money. So the first thing you're going to need is, and I recommend getting this, is a kit from your local dealer. Okay, this has the oil. It's for 3 size engines, and the 115 ProXS is in here. Make sure you get the one for the new ProXS. I believe it's a 2.1 liter. The other ones are small. I think they're 1.9 or 1.8 liter. Anyways, make sure you get the proper one for the newer engines. And comes with the oil, and let's see what's inside. So your box comes with 5 quarts of oil, your oil filter, and a drain tube. Okay, if you have your own clear plastic drain tube, a longer one is nice, but it is nice that Mercury does throw this in the kit. The kit costs about $63, depending where you go, plus or minus. You might be able to get it online a little cheaper, but they are expensive. Then again, it is marine, so you pay for that. So once you get your oil and your oil filter, you're going to need 1 or 2 tools. It's a 5/8 inch wrench, which is also a 16 millimeter wrench. So a squirrel stole my 5/8 wrench, so I'm using a 16 millimeter. You may need a oil filter wrench. They're usually put on, you know, wrist tight, but some people really torque them on. And if you haven't changed your oil in a while, it may be really on there, so you might want to get yourself an oil filter wrench and some paper towels. It's really a clean job, but paper towels never hurt. So the first thing you're going to do is lower your engine. The next thing you're going to do is take off your cowl. This is very simple. Right here, that's the lever. Pull, push up, tilt it up, lift it off, and put it somewhere safe. Here is your oil fill. Here is your dipstick, and here is your oil filter. Right here is your oil drain plug. So that is the 16 millimeter or the 5/8, and what we're going to do is we're going to loosen it a little bit, and I'm going to put that tube over the side. Then I will drain it into an appropriate container down here and dispose of it properly. So these shouldn't be on that tight. You probably just need a little whack with your hand. And when you go to tighten it, you do not over tighten it. Just snug like it was when you took it off. Okay, once you get it a little bit loose, before oil comes out, you can put your tube on. Now, to make things easier, okay, my tube's too short, so I just took a little bait bucket, so something for it to stand on, so I don't have to sit here and hold the oil. Makes it a lot nicer. So we don't want to take this plug all the way out. So we're going to spin it just until the oil starts coming out like that, and a little bit more, and now it's draining. You don't want to keep spinning it to the point where the plug does come out. So as long as it's draining, even if it's slow, let it drain. It's only 5 quarts. If it takes 5 minutes, hey, go have a sip of water and come back. It's better than trying to say, hey, let me get it to go a little faster, and then you unscrew it 1 too many threads, and your plug comes out, and then the oil just goes everywhere. Okay, so we're pretty much done draining it. So now the first thing you're going to do is put a little rag, hold this up, tighten it up, When you feel it stop, just give it a little tweak. That's it. Don't torque it down. And when I use the term torque it down, that means, okay, we don't want to grunt it down. So the tube, the kits should come with a tube. Do not throw this tube out in case your next kit does not come with the tube. Then you'll be scrambling for one. So, you know, wrap it up, put it in a plastic bag, and you'll have it for next time just in case, because you never know these days. Somebody might have went in the box, stole it, or, you know, it just didn't get packed in the box, and it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So, you will get a few drips still coming from the plug from the remainder inside. You can stick a paper towel on there, wipe it out, you know, let it drip, come on back, clean it up. It will stop dripping. If it continues to drip, then you didn't snug it down. If you have little kids and you're putting your oil in a jar like this, take the label off, put tape on it, something, put it in your garage. If you're using an old soap bottle, you know, a gallon detergent jug or something like that, you don't have to worry about your kids. They're not doing your laundry for you, so. Okay, now for the oil filter. No oil should really come out. If so, it'd be a drop or two, but take some rags. You can stick it underneath just in case. It is nice to get the oil dipstick out of the way. Okay, wipe that off, put it aside. You'll be using that in a minute. And that's just there in case something comes out, okay? I have to get a wrench. Okay, so if for some reason you can't get the grip and twist it, and I've got a little bit of oil in my hands and I can't get the grip and twist it, that's why they make wrenches. So, and yes, oil did come out of this, a little more than I thought was going to come out. So put it to the side, and then later on you can drain it into another container if there's oil in it. Now there is an oil catch pan right here. They put that there for a reason. So just go in there, wipe it up with your rag. Okay, after you have your oil filter off, take your oil and your oil filter and just take a dab of oil on your finger, okay, and then put it around the gasket. You always want to lube your gasket up. If not, the next time you take it off, you will need a wrench. Okay, so now that we have this lubed up, we're just going to screw it back on. Give it a good crank on, unlike your drain plug. Wipe everything down. Now we're going to fill it up. So I put the can in there after I get 90 to 95% of it out, and I just let it drip. I'll let it sit there for a couple of minutes, make sure it's all out. Oil's expensive. You want to get as much out of as you can. You know, you don't want any, you know, everybody, oh, a little bit of drip, but hey, put it in there. You paid for it. Once you put all 5 quarts of oil in, don't forget, put your cap back on. Okay, take your dipstick. and it should be, now this is crystal clear, so that's gorgeous, it's hard to see, but for this, unlike a normal dipstick where your line is, you know, one quarter or 3/4 of a quarter, whatever, is this small, on this engine it's this big, so we're looking at about 2.5 inches of fill area. So down here is add, and then anything in here is good, then up here is too much. You'll never put too much if you put with 5 quarts and what came with the kit. The dipstick does go in rather tight because it has dual O-rings right here, so that's something a normal car doesn't have. And we are dead center in the middle, so we're perfect, which we knew we would be because it was a kit from Mercury. Make sure your dipstick's all the way in, and the last thing to do is put the cowl back on. Okay, so that's it. I mean, it is pretty plain and simple. The only extra tool that I did need, which I thought I might, you know, was the oil wrench. I just got baby hands, that's all. Anyways, do it yourself. You'll save a lot of money. You'll save time by not dragging your boat over to the marina or in the mechanic and then waiting in line for them to do it. To wait, you know, if it's the springtime and you decide, hey, I want my oil change, well, there's 5,000 other boats there ahead of you. So you may not be on the water as soon as you want to be. Do it yourself. You'll save money. You'll be on the water when you want to be, and you'll have some little extra spending money, and hey, buy yourself some new lures or some cushions for the boat or something, you know. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative, and that it is not a scary process to change your own oil. So you take care, and until next time, we'll see you soon.